What? Judging me.
Between telling my cat to chew his food and you sitting there dancing to Sunglasses at Night, that's the typical start of a live stream. Ka-chow, what's poppin' from your nose? Oh, Lord. It's a Thursday. You know what's funny? I can do that too.
Yeah, mine's cooler.
Oh, mine's... Well, I'm just a nerd because I got glasses.
My vision's so much worse than yours.
It is. Your vision is...
It's so
your vision is
much.
just fucked up compared to mine. Who all we got in chat? We got Barb and Pen and Seven and Tina. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, there have been some new shit. Literally and figuratively. But thanks! I love my shirt. It's awesome.
I have one as well that's Bob deserved more. Or Bob deserved better. Justin Abbey got it for me for my birthday.
I did not see it.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Oh, well, shit. Now everyone's gonna see it.
Okay.
Well,
Look, the lack of communication pays off for everyone.
that came across far more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob deserves better. Bob deserves better.
Well, deserved. Past tense.
Yeah,
Yes. Because he got something he did not deserve.
Which was a demon talk at the throat.
Oh, yeah. Ah! I can't do it with the hat in the other hand. See, fuck you. Showing me that.
And then there's telling my son to chew his goddamn food. I fed him dinner, and I puked it up because he literally inhaled it.
Yeah.
And then he was just sitting outside meowing at me like, Dad, you're right near the food.
It was a bad scene.
So I gave him a little bit of food, and he'll get a little bit more after the live stream because, dude, chew your food. So what's everyone doing? Gundam style t-shirt. Something that's gonna pox of frozen waffles and not knowingly. I know.
True story.
I know I've told the story that I went to high school with them, but apparently I was reading an article that they don't want the show to overstay its welcome, so they're thinking like maybe 4 seasons and that's it. And I'm sitting here going, wow, you guys are...
On the one hand, I appreciate not forcing something past its time.
Yeah.
I do. I appreciate that. But also, like, bitch, don't tell me my business. Maybe I'm not fucking tired of it yet.
It's certainly not season 8 of Game of Thrones. Hey, look! Doomfinger!
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's Peter Baelish's other name.
No.
His Doom.
No, his other name is Shitfinger.
Well, that too.
Alright, so we're getting ready to fight Ozzy. That's the thing that's gonna happen. Let me... Oh, hey, before we fight him, I forgot. I can totally just gank your shit. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna sit here and steal your stuff.
Hey.
Alright. Alright, let's,
Now, after watching that shit on Black Clover, I'm waiting for him to go, despair! Yo.
When you say the word despair 20 times in a row and nothing else, just repeating the word despair,
just loses all meaning.
it loses all meaning. Dude, what are you... Why are you trying to climb in a cubbyhole? He's a cat. Yeah, I know.
He's ducking for cover before he fight Ozzy.
Duck
Get it?
Duck and cover.
5 days of dodgeball. Dodge, dive, and dodge.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
You don't make a Hallmark card 10 times. I already just fell on your coach.
Good old Black Clover. I liked Black Clover. I really enjoyed the first season, and I'm watching more of it. I finished up all of My Hero Academia.
Plus Ultra.
You liked that because it.
I didn't hate it. The amount of exposition masquerading as internal monologue got a little under my skin.
Well, I mean that's anime.
It gets under my skin after a little while. I prefer a little more mystery. I like it when the inner machinations of my mind remain an enigma.
Well, I mean, the inner machinations of your mind, we're in their minds, which it's everywhere you want to be. It's like Visa. Yes.
Sorry, not trying to be rude. I'm having a text conversation with my boss.
That's about how I feel about Ozzy. We just dropped him down a hole, bitch dies, and we're...
I love her, but there's... silliness is afoot.
Oh shit, I'm not supposed to... Well, it's a socked foot. Does that count? I'm not supposed to show feet on...
Oh.
On...
Thanks for the reminder.
And now you're sitting here going, I really shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do this because got nothing else.
A story of my life before attending any party. Shouldn't do this. Gonna. Don't have anything else to do.
But this is really one of the best places to grind, to get experience and techniques, because you got a save point right there. You go down the hall, the bats show up. You don't even have to fight the bats. They're just there. Like, I could have kept going through the door. But I can also do this and just kill all of them. And they die.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. You're grinding!
Okay, I was supposed to say, where the fuck?
Dude! It's your own train of thought. Just providing the off-key sound effect.
So, when I think of grinding, I do not think of bump and grind. I think, like, literally grinding a fucking millstone because that's how tedious this shit gets.
Yeah, no. I mean, first, I go to skateboarding. Which is kind of fucked up. I've never been... that's not true. I've been on a skateboard once. It terrified the shit out of me because of how clumsy
Rowan.
I am.
Dude. I mean, go for it.
But, well, maybe I should give get a little while before I attempt to break another bone.
I mean, yeah, you did just recover from breaking your arm. Well, wrist. Hand?
Yeah.
The hand bone's connected to the wrist bone.
Well, actually, that's one of the bones that broke. Was that one and that one. And Tony Hawk Mills Ancient Cranes. Yes! That is my favorite, and I love it forever. I need it on a t-shirt, like a nice little, like, Roman mill kind of, like, logo. I need it.
Yeah, I was thinking Tony Hawk dressed as the Quaker Oats guy. That's where my brain went with that.
Nice, Pen.
What's up?
Quaker Oats, really? No, you gotta get that fucking Roman meal. You have to grunt with it too.
Come on, bats. I've got bats in the belfry.
Yes.
I love how there's just... Yeah.
I mean, like, would I get a different reaction from you if I had said the same thing?
Probably not. Alright, before I continue, what... 134. I'm getting 12 a pop. That's... Yeah, that's not happening. I do not have the patience for that shit tonight.
Bat.
Bat. Did Libet show up talking about Bat?
No, that was Pen.
Oh. When we went to see Eddie Izzard, Eddie had a very long skit about Batman. And yes, Rowan, you weren't there. Stop trying to co-opt the story.
I mean, cats, am I right?
Alright, I will say this is probably the coolest intro for a villain ever. Just go walking down a corridor, flames start showing up,
Dun, dun, dun.
and he's there in a summoning circle in front of a giant multi-armed statue. Totally not trying to make a Philosopher's Stone.
No.
Music time. Yeah, so, I'm gonna get my ass kicked in this fight.
I mean, some people like that.
Some people do, but that is...
Safe words.
Banana is my safe word. Alright, so this is probably the hardest fight in the game. Because he starts off with an ability that just kind of decreases your HP over time, because fuck that. Didn't have anything going for me. Alright. Frog, you can attack, because you can actually just attack. Because the Masamune will hurt him. Yeah, just keep doing that. I'm doing no damage to him. Oh, really? Fuck you. The one, well, not the one, but 2 spells. So, Magus has Shadow Magic, which is basically a fuck you, I do what I want. He has access to Shadow, but then he can also cast Fire, Lightning, and Ice 2.
Proposed a settlement to take with you.
He just proposed... He proposed Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of... Okay, I get fired. Because I brought Marley for some extra healing. Alright, we'll just heal everyone. Because fuck, that did a lot of damage. Yeah? Sexual healing?
Yeah.
Is that where you're going with that one?
Yeah. Can't help it. I'm no Chrissy Teigen, but I am adept with colorful commentary every once in a while.
Oh god, Chrissy Teigen is a fucking treasure. So, watching lip sync battle half the time, like, just...
I need to catch up on that so bad.
The outfit she wears, I'm more interested in what she's wearing than half the performers. Except for Tom Holland. Tom Holland will just fucking rocked it as...
No, I fucking love watching the performances. I really do. Like, LL Cool J is the one part of the show that I'm kind of like, about.
LL Cool J, yeah, he's...
I'm disappointed in Dave's politics.
I don't even know what his politics are, and I don't want to know because I don't...
You won't be impressed.
Oh, really? Fuck you and your shadow damage thing. Stop with that.
No.
Basically. Because he just proposed a settlement to dick with me.
You're not my supervisor!
I am not his supervisor. I wish I could be. I'm gonna start streaming Chrono Cross in about 15 minutes. So yay, Chrono Cross! The game that I loathe. It's one of those games that's like, I want to like it, but it just pisses me off.
Okay, were it rebranded as something else entirely, would you hate it as much?
If they removed all reference to Chrono Trigger, I would love the game. Like, that's, you know, everything about Chrono Cross is just like, hey, remember all that good stuff in Chrono Trigger? How you save the world? Doesn't fucking matter, you're all still dead.
I mean...
But, like, everything else about the game is great. The soundtrack is fucking phenomenal. The art style's alright. I don't really care the fact that there's, like, 50 characters that you can get, because you don't care about 90% of them, because they're all fucking interchangeable. Yes, Rowan.
I'm sure they don't see it that way. How dare you shit on them and their individuality?
They have no individuality. Like, their dialogue is copy paste.
I cannot decide whether Manhattan
Or Burr.
Beer.
Burhattan.
No, that doesn't work. It only works with beer mosa.
Yeah. No. Oh, hey. Lightning damages. Let's heal the froggy. And hey, it happened again. Thank you for actually using the same thing twice in a row that allows me to actually do something.
Woo!
And that was a perfectly timed heal, because otherwise Frog was fucking dead.
Yeah. Our poor little amphibian friend is circling that drain pretty hard.
Marley might be dead. Oh no, I forgot I gotta heal up, so she's not quite dead.
Okay.
Only mostly dead.
Not dead yet. I don't want to go on the cart.
I feel happy!
I know. Believe it or not. It has happened. We've actually gone an entire conversation without using movie, 2D, or video game references. It's just very rare.
Don't say bullshit we have.
No, I think we have. Like, twice.
I seriously don't think we have.
I think we have. We had to have.
I don't think so. I'm 99% sure pop culture has permeated our life to that point to where that's all there is.
No, I'm pretty convinced we've had at least 2. Granted, that's in what, 4 years? But I'm sure we've had at least 2.
Magus has exactly 6,666 health. Would you stop with that? My HP is going down so fast because you just keep doing that. I just want to live. Yes, Rowan. Yeah, hit me with a scythe. That's fine. I can handle that shit.
Have you guys ever decided to just exist?
No.
That fucking blasphemy dove was hilarious.
I have no idea how much damage I've done to him at this point. I'm more surprised that I'm still alive.
Hey now. Hey. 9 times out of 10, okay. 8 times out of 10, I'm sober.
She's always sober. Jesus.
It really takes a lot to fuck me up.
I've seen her drunk once. Alright, now he's risk casting a spell, so now I can just beat the crap out of him. Because now you've changed tactics, which does not bode well for you. Really should not have done that. You should have just kept going with that shit. You would have wrecked me. But no.
Okay, I'm gonna get more booze. Sorry.
Only here for the booze. Oh, well, shit. I forgot about that. Ow! It was. Yeah. 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 Dark matter. That's a thing that'll just fuck you right up. You froggy! Yeah, once you start seeing dark matter, it's like, oh yeah, we're, halfway there.
Live on Reddit?
So there was a thread on Reddit of if you can fill a swimming pool with anything, but you have to jump from a certain height into it and survive, but you get to keep everything that's in it. What would you fill the pool with? And one person was like, fuck it, antimatter. If I'm going out, I'm taking fucking everyone with me.
Aw, man. Rude!
But then there was a fantastic debate of how an Olympic-sized swimming pool full of dark matter wouldn't destroy the entire planet if you hit it.
Okay.
It would cause a nice big boom, but it wouldn't take out the planet.
Well, but also, how are you going to get it in a swimming pool, which is in fact composed of letter.
That was not actually asked at all. Like, people we just ran into the assumption that you can magic swimming pool, it can fill.
But.
Yeah, I know, but. And then some people are like, printer ink was one. The only problem is that devolved into an Oompa Loompa song because printer ink is toxic to humans. The fumes will kill you, and
trust me, after I've spent a night at the office printing for hours, I know.
Apparently it can also make you sterile.
No. Well, hooray for the no baby zone. 0 babies.
There was also discussion of horseshoe crab blood. But the problem with that is it has to be sterile, so jumping into it makes it not sterile anymore, making it useless. So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have pickle juice.
So that you could just keep a swimming pool full of pickle juice?
I could make all sorts of pickle juice popsicles and be in heaven. Just run out to my pickle juice pool and fill up my ice tray and go back to the freezer. That'd be great.
And really, there's such a high vinegar content in that, I don't think anything can grow in it.
So, pickle juice. That or V8, and I would just live in the pool drinking it constantly. Get myself a giant bottle, like the world's largest bottle of vodka. Lots of fucking hot sauce.
Oh, hey! I did it! I didn't get wrecked. How did I not get wrecked? By all accounts, I should have gotten fucked up.
Toyota's fancy sensor brakes or something breaking for you. I don't really have a clever answer.
Google's self-driving car did not crash me into another Google self-driving car.
Okay, I got on Amazon for a reason. Oh, yes.
Yes. I'm terrified. Frog with a thematically incidental level up.
Wow, that's not helpful at all. Fail.
What are you looking for?
Stuff and junk.
What?
Stuff and junk.
Like?
Like junk. And also stuff. Maybe some shit. I don't know. Maybe I'll get real crazy with it.
Oh. So, we found out that Magus didn't actually make Lavos. He was just trying to summon him to kill him. Because Magus isn't actually a bad guy, but he is a bad guy.
I feel like maybe by virtue of means to an end, he is in fact a bad guy, just not the baddest guy.
Chaotic evil. Like me. With the face stabby.
Okay.
Face stabby.
So, should I get a fucking eagle mask, unicorn, pug, brown cow, it's a bull, has horns, with moving mouth, and a different pug,
A completely different pug.
a horse, a lion, a fox, or a pig.
So, the bull, I keep thinking you pretend to be a minotaur and act out that, oh, when you said lab, you meant labyrinth. This is a complete waste of my neuroscience degree.
I wouldn't go with neuroscience because it would not be a physical lab. Although I guess maybe I could crash your dad's, but I'd just find somebody with a Labrador. I gave you a lab. But no, yeah. So those are the options. Some significantly less expensive than others, but you know, what else? I do kind of feel like the lion would be funny, because then I just run around quoting the Lion King all the time.
Simba. Wherever the light touches is your kingdom. I am James Earl Jones.
I wish I had a voice like James Earl Jones.
That Family Guy skit. Now I can finally afford that surgery to replace my vocal cords with Patrick Stewart. I'm pretty sure that was the first time Patrick Stewart was on a Seth MacFarlane show. And it was talking about, sorry about the mess last night, my post-sex pee stream forked and went everywhere. And I'm just sitting here going, isn't he knighted Sir Patrick Stewart? Or
yes.
Is it, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Sir Patrick Stewart talking about his post-sex pee stream forking.
Speaking of a treasure, that man is a international treasure.
I saw something on about Graham Norton that Ian McKellen and Judi Dench both sat in the Queen's throne when they went to Buckingham. And they were both just like, we should have done that, but we did.
I love it. I do kind of like the idea of getting the fox one, so that way I could just run around with as the fox say. That would be entertaining to me.
It would be entertaining to you. It would be terrifying for everyone else.
No.
Patrick Stewart voiced the poop emoji. Okay, so he voiced the poop emoji years after he had been involved in Seth MacFarlane projects, because he had been voicing Bullock on American Dad and various characters on basically every other Seth MacFarlane show since then. But, like, seriously, for a long time, I thought Seth MacFarlane had some sort of, like, blackmail material on Patrick Stewart, because he kept doing... And then it's just like, Patrick Stewart's like, no, I just don't like to take myself too seriously. I mean... And what better way to not take yourself seriously than on a Seth MacFarlane show?
Bullock, though, will forever be just...
My gentleman's blouse!
Just the image of a cartoon Patrick Stewart walking down the stairs in fucking what's-her-face's bathrobe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why am I blanking?
Haley.
Yes, thank you.
My favorite one is when they're at the CIA, they're giving away, like, CIA tech.
Oh,
the hidden tech?
Yeah.
Like, and here we have a machine that turns water into cocaine. I'm going to take that and party my notes right off my face.
Charlie. What's your name again?
Judi Dench DM'd for Vin Diesel, and what's his name?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I was talking to a friend of mine, and, like, because there's a thing that goes around
Carl Urban.
Tumblr forever that was just like, you know, I want, you know, a buddy cop movie of Vin Diesel and someone else just, like, pretending, like, that they're really secret nerds, but they're just, I think it's Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson. They're, like, secret nerds, and they have to work Comic-Con for security, and, like, Daniel Radcliffe is the villain. Not Daniel Radcliffe playing, but, like, Daniel Radcliffe is the villain.
But it would be better if Elijah Wood.
But I'm like, Vin Diesel is actually a huge nerd. Like,
yep.
He's got so many, like, he will play D&D on every set for every movie he works on, and he will get so many people from the cast and crew to play. Like, I kind of want to get on one of those crews just to play D&D with Vin Diesel.
Legit, though. Like, seriously, I volunteer as tribute.
And I hear he's a really good DM. Like, he's just, like, really awesome at storycraft, which is...
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So, like...
Yeah, no, I want... I mean, first, I need to get on the D&D, or a D&D campaign with my sister, because we've never played before together, and I think that would be a lot of But after that, then I'm just gonna leap straight ahead into Vin Diesel and his campaign.
I'm gonna leap head first into Vin Diesel.
Well, I mean, he could catch me.
I want Vin Diesel to show up on Critical Role.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Yeah.
Matthew Mercer and Felicia Day and all of those people, like, I think that would be just fucking awesome to watch.
Have you seen... what's the name of that YouTube channel? Why am I blanking on it? They get together, they play Magic the Gathering, and Ali Brosh was on it. She did an episode of it, and it was the funniest shit ever. It was so good.
So we're back in time. Back to the future. Oh, I've got to go up here, don't I? Because this is where the village was on fire. Oh, yeah, your shit burned down.
I can't hear somebody say fire like that without thinking of Elmer Fudd singing fire. Where we kiss, oh, fire. And like this whole thing goes on in my head, and I have to try not to die laughing.
Is it like Eric Cartman's anytime he hears Sail
No. It's like he's trying to be like legit about it.
I'll be shocked if Vin Diesel doesn't at least get in Baldur's Gate 3 as a voice actor. I'm asexual, but there are certain men and women that I can understand what everyone else is on about. Vin Diesel's one of those. See, Vin Diesel, not really my type. Carl Urban, however.
Yeah.
This is like
I could deal with a piece of Carl Urban.
Carl Urban's
Vin
just,
Diesel for personality. Like, yeah, I mean, he's attractive, but like that's not. Personality-wise, I really enjoy him.
yeah, I'm not into super buff people. Like, that's just
Carl Urban's.
Carl Urban.
Also, Chris #1, forever and ever. Speaking of Carl Urban's various castmates.
Which Chris? Oh, Pine. Okay. There's so many of us about, and all the rest of them are famous.
Well, okay, Pine and Hemsworth vie for #1. Right now, Pine's #1. Just.
Chris Hemsworth. Chris Pine just comes across as. His Kirk was a little too smarmy for me.
See, no, I thought it was pretty dead on.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna compare like him to William Shatner.
I mean, arguably a little more womanizing than original TOS Kirk was, because though we think of him as womanizing, there really wasn't a whole lot
Yeah, there
of
wasn't
that.
a whole lot.
And that was definitely played up. But in terms of the just bull-faced cockiness, oh no, he hit that on the head.
I also hate how they did the Kobayashi Maru. Because, like, I know the whole thing was he cheated, but, like, just the way it came across, it's just like, no, I like the
yeah, but then it
the
set the
books
stage.
better.
But it set, oh god, it set the stage for one of my favorite film slashes in the history of the world.
Which is Kirk and Spock.
Yeah, but
I
new
mean-
Kirk and new Spock.
Oh, well, I mean-
like
See, I can't with Zachary Quinto.
What?
I can't.
I don't think you and I can be friends anymore.
I just see him as Siler too much, and I just see him as just going brains.
Have you watched? You need to watch American Horror Story. That will cure you of that in a hurry.
of the Chris's, Penn prefers Evans. I kind of lean toward Chris Evans myself. Like, of the Chris's.
Idris Elba, yes.
Yes. Really disappointed he did not get more screen time in the later movies. Like,
me too. But also Heimdall with the long dreads.
Yeah, Heimdall going like ham on everyone with the Bifrost sword was just like, I would watch a movie of this.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. Any whoozle.
Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk. Keanu Reeves is another person I could like.
Yeah.
But that's also solely because of personality. Because like, I swear to God, he's just becoming the most wholesome person in existence.
I mean, to be fair, he's largely been one of the more wholesome people in existence. Like, his personality hasn't changed all that much.
But I guess it's becoming more prominent because, like, I've always got the feeling that he's... Because I was talking a little bit about this because, like, you look at Keanu Reeves now, and then you look at Keanu Reeves from, like, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and you're like, this is character development.
I mean, yeah, but that's true of all of us as we get older.
Well, yeah, but my thought was, like, seeing someone go from Bill and Ted, which, you know, not a terrible movie, but it's a typecast type movie. Like, that's one of those movies that once you're in it, it's very hard to get away from that persona, and he got away from it really easily.
Ish.
Well,
I mean, to be all Pablo Francisco, we've gone too far.
Well, so what I think, and Libet was saying this, and I wholeheartedly agree, is he's someone who's just so socially awkward that was the persona that he kind of pushed forward to interact with people. And that was what stuck.
And I'm so socially awkward. I can deal with all of it. It's fine. Like, just... I am the giraffe chasing around the ostrich going, let me love you! Like, that's me. I just... Keanu, let me love you.
Did you haven't... he was at E3 this year.
What?
Because he's in a game called Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, okay.
And he comes out on stage, and he's talking about it, and someone says, I forget what it says, like, you're wonderful, you're amazing, or something, and he's just, like, completely kind of because, like, someone just yells it in, like, almost dead silence in between his lines, and he's kind of taken aback, he's like, you're wonderful! And, like, that just became E3 of this year. He's just, like...
I love his face. I love his little face, his little shirt, his little pants. I like Johnny Mnemonic too. I mean, I like the story to begin with. Like, I like me some dick. Philip K. Dick. Gotcha.
What I love is there is a fantastic library barcode that gets popped up for Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep because of how they had it. It's Do Androids Dream Dick.
I mean...
So it's like, Do Androids Dream of Dick.
If you're Data, you might.
Data? Well, I mean, Data doesn't because he was
fully operational.
And apparently...
Programmed in multiple techniques.
Apparently rocked Tasha Yar's world.
I mean... Yeah. So, the naked now definitely marked a sexual awakening in my childhood. I don't know about anyone else here. Anyway.
Anyhoozle.
Little shirt.
Your little shirt and your little pants. Alright, so for the longest time, I thought, if I can pause it while he's on the screen, that the pink was like an eye. That's his mouth.
I was gonna say, those are definitely lips.
It took me a long time to get used to Akira Toriyama's style and sprite form.
That's... And this is probably a little too, you know what? It is kind of body judgy, and I'm not gonna say it out loud. So we'll just skip right on past that. And all bodies are good bodies, and I'm unlearning a whole bunch of my shit.
I mean, I can't disagree with that. Okay. All bodies are good bodies.
And we're all unlearning our shit.
We are all unlearning our shit. It's like, for a long time, like, some of my friends would give me so much shit because they're like, they thought I only liked large breasts. They're like, oh, I mean, I have a thing for breasts. I'm a boob guy. Just, you know, there's really no way to, but, like, I'm one of those, like, I don't care about size. Boobs are great. Like, I feel like Brian singing a fucking song about pot. All boobs are great. Like,
every boob is sacred. Every boob is good. I'm sorry, Mom, if you're watching this later. I love you. At least you raised a body positive child.
And every boob is sacred. But like so many people give me so much shit about it. It's like, why? What is it about me that seems like it's just large? Like, I don't care. Boobs are boobs. I like them. And I guess that's why I had no problem jumping on, like, body positivity movements, because it's like, if, you know, just sitting there fighting for years, it's like, I don't like just large, like, it's not true. That it's really easy to jump into, like, all of these physical traits have appeal.
I mean, to be fair, just being body positive isn't enough, because then a lot of people feel the need to still continue to police those bodies.
This is true.
So, body positive has become the shorthand, but, like, no, I am fucking fat positive. Like, honest to goodness, it doesn't matter. And if it matters in my brain, because I haven't unlearned the things I need to unlearn.
Like, I also just don't have the energy to get that pissed off over other people's physical appearance in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, that's for serious though. Like, if you don't like the way someone looks, there are literally at least 3 other cardinal directions in which you can look. Like,
it's like, I only have so much energy in the day. That is so low on the list of things to give a rat's ass about. I remember when Pat would paint, you know, 1 or 2 of his nails black. And it's like, yeah, people give me so much shit about it. I don't people are assholes. And he's like, I'm glad you don't give me shit about it. It's like, why would I give a fuck about how you decide to decorate your anything? Like, I don't, if I had half decent nails, I'd probably paint a couple of them too. But, like, I chip them all the fucking time.
Yeah, well, so. I mean, same. That's why I only paint mine, like, twice a year, but whatever. It's fun when I have the patience, anyway, to sit down and paint little skull and crossbones and my fingernails and shit.
Skull and bones! It's like consent. There's tolerance, but the real goodness is had in enthusiasm. Alright, so I have a friend who has a young son, and she's teaching him about consent, because they're at the age now where kids at school are playing more physical games. Like, the girls are like, they play kissing games, like they go up and kiss boys. And she was very adamant about teaching. It's like, if you don't feel comfortable saying that, you tell them that you don't feel comfortable saying that. It's like that. She's very positive about teaching consent, and I love her for that.
I still need to hang out with her.
Yeah, and she's doing such a great. And we got into a conversation about enthusiastic consent, because, like, I've known guys who like to get women drunk to kind of take advantage, and like that just skeezes me the fuck out because I'm like, that's not enthusiastic consent, and because like, I don't know, I guess I'm just a big fucking nerd where I would much rather someone really be enthusiastic about wanting to bone me.
I mean,
like that's like
that's fair, and if you accept anything less, like, and if you pressure people for anything less, like, dude. But like, and that's like, I'm coming at it from another side, like being bullied into or pressured into consenting. That's not enthusiastic consent either.
That's
Your words may be leaving someone's mouth. It doesn't mean they're genuine or.
Yeah, if I say something with a gun to my head, it's not genuine. But I was really surprised to hear the conversation that she was having with her kid, because like.
No, I'm super proud.
I'm but it just like the depth and detail that was going into consent and how it works, and just being like, it took all of like 10 minutes to have that conversation.
And we don't give kids the credit they deserve.
No, we don't. Kids are really
absorb information.
Yeah, kids are really fucking smart. And so like, you saw what Luth posted. So Luth,
I might have. He posts a lot of things.
He does. Luth, who's been on the live stream before, has 2 small children. His youngest, Ducky, his daughter. She apparently lifted up the toilet
I
lead
did see that.
and wrote "Trust no one" here on the underside of the toilet seat, so you only see it when it was up. And like. Luth had the hardest fucking time just not. He's like, because they've had a lot of conversations with her about her writing on things that are not supposed to be written on, like walls and pets.
Yeah.
She did draw.
That one was fun.
She did draw a face. They have a Sphinx, one of the hairless cats, and she drew a smiley face on the cat's butt. It was. It's like. All of these things that are just fucking hilarious, but at the same time, he's like, I'm having a real hard time parenting right now, because
Because fundamentally, as an adult, I think this is awesome.
He's like, I'm laughing my ass off, and it loses a lot of the authority to say, don't do this when you're laughing your ass off about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like...
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
But now as an adult, like, what I really want is to go into a government building and write that. Like, thank you for your inspiration. I'm gonna take this and put it into really good praxis. Like,
I lost my shit at that, cause like.
Yeah. Hang on.
The.
Limit. Just ask if when it was in color first.
Okay. Alright, where the fuck am I going? I'm going here. Tyranno lair. Trust no one. She knows the industry. The kid's fucking smart for being, I don't even know how old she is. Fuck. How do I not know how old?
6.
Maybe? Sounds... Yeah, close to that. Like, I'm terrible with kids. This is why I'm not having kids. Forgetting shit like that. But yeah, it was fun. Like, I love dealing with kids, my friends' kids, as being like the fun uncle. That's. Smoking Pen from X-Files would be proud. Also, we don't tend to give kids the actual education to absorb. Yeah, we don't give kids education. We just kind of... Oh, there was a fun article. Millennial dads have less DIY skills than their boomer generation counterparts. It's like, because, you know, we've, for one, so many funding cuts for things like, you know, shop class. Because we didn't have shop class growing up in any of my levels of education. Which is funny because I took tech theater and that was basically it for me. Like, that's how I learned shop, was through tech theater. But then, like, the best comeback was, yes, but at least I have the emotional depth to be able to tell my children I love them. Like, ooh, rough. Yeah, I saw that treasure. Like, it's a terrible fucking article. But it's one of the many things that passes as journalism, which is why I'm kind of glad I got out of the journalism gig, because it was just... things that pass as journalism these days. Because it's not about actual journalism, it's about clicks. Gotta get the clicks. I actually had shop class, but I went to high school in BFE. Like... So, in middle school, I had biotechnology, which was, like, the closest thing to shop that we got. And it was, like, the things that we did. We built a volleyball court for our middle school's volleyball team. Like, we had just gotten a volleyball team, and we had to build that was it. Like, we basically dug a big fucking hole and filled it with sand. But we had to actually measure it out, measure how deep it was, and, you know, calculate how much sand. So, like, there was some shop elements to it, but... at the same time, it was a fucking cop-out, as far as actual shop goes. And then in high school, I had tech theater. Like, I had to learn how to build set pieces. Oh shit, I just realized the mic is way the fuck over here. Because I'm brilliant. Hi, Axis. Thank you for pointing that out to me, you know, halfway through the live stream. Yeah. Yeah. Just gonna dance. Dance, dance, dance. Gonna dance. Gonna dance. You're not happy, but you're tolerating it because it's me. And you know, I get grumpy if you bite me. Yeah. You're gonna steal Jesse's son? Okay, that's fine. You're my new co-host. We did 1.5 years of CAD drawing and half a year using machines. See, I never did CAD. I wanted to. I took architectural drafting at the local community college, of all places. And I fucking loved it. That was one of those things that's like, I am really, really good at this. And I really wish I had continued up with that. So, but didn't. Kinda wish did, but is what it is. But like, it would have been so nice if I had been able to get into that type of stuff, you know, in high school, like years beforehand. But I'm also one of those big proponents that I would have loved to have learned, you know, far more useful things in high school than what was actually taught. Because to this day, I'm never going to need to learn how to use fucking algebra. Of all the math classes I took, the only ones that I did not suck at were geometry and consumer economics, which was a class that was something I feel should just be basic education, because it taught you shit like how compound interest works, and how to balance checkbook, and, you know, how taxes work. You know, some actual useful life skills. Axis tried to steal the chair. He really likes my chair. I don't know why, but he likes the chair. He'll tolerate that chair, but he likes this one a little bit better. Only girl in shop class both years. My senior year of high school, I was the only person in tech theater. It was me and the teacher. Like, that was it. I had the last class of the day with just me and the teacher, and so, like, some days, if we weren't working on a production, like if we didn't have, because we only did 2 productions a year. We did a spring, and we did late fall and late spring. We did a spring musical, and then, like, the fall production. And if we weren't working on something, I just sometimes didn't even bother going to class. I'm like, I'm leaving early today. I'm just gonna go home. Like, you're not supposed to leave school, but I can walk home. I live close enough that I can do that. And I did many, many times because my teacher just did not care. Which was cool. I was okay with that. And in the end, she was one of the only teachers that I actually really liked. Only one of the few that was like, yeah, I'm actually gonna treat you like a human and not like a pain in the ass. Alright, let's do that. We're gonna drop you guys into a hole. Holy what the fuck? What is going on here? I have never seen that. Where are they are vanishing? Everything about this is just glitching the fuck out. I love this. Oh fuck, it's this thing. Alright, I'm gonna kill you because you're gonna keep making him spew shit at me. Senior year, I had a single one-on-one class. I mean, it was good. Like, I actually got to learn shit from the teacher. Didn't have to worry about, you know, anything in general. It was a good class. I liked it. I liked the teacher too. One of the few teachers that I've still managed to keep in touch with too. We're friends on Facebook. Wish I could get together with her a little more often. You know, grab coffee or something and be like, hey, remember that time that I completely dicked off in your class? Ow, frog. Dude, what the hell? Need to heal you. That's for sure. The side glass is only in the SNES version of fixed. Really? Didn't know that. Alright, need to heal. There we go. You're alive now. You got kissed. I kissed the frog. I really don't want to do this section yet. I'm going to go back. I really don't like this one. Yeah, let's kill these guys. We'll get into lots of fights. Like, Cyclone works wonders to do a little bit of extra damage to everyone. And that one was just really overkill. Having a crit from Frog is what I said. Physics teacher let me sleep through an entire class once in high school. Well, long after my dad died. That's, you know, a pretty justifiable reason to not have to be awake. Especially, like, if you pass the class. I was geometry. Actually, again, one of the only math classes that I didn't completely fail at. I would be asleep in class, and the teacher would be very unhappy about that. Like, she would give me a lot of shit for being asleep in class. But there was one day that she called on me thinking she was going to shame me for like, oh, you shouldn't be asleep in class, ha. And I'm just like, I answer the question completely accurately while half asleep. Like, I wake up because she calls on me, I answer the question, she's like, oh. And I go back to sleep. And from that point on, she just kind of left me the fuck alone. Like, she's like, he's learning the material, he's sleeping, but he's still... I joked that I was learning through osmosis. I really wish I could have learned through osmosis. That would have been fantastic. Just not have to worry about being awake in class. And just, yep, I'm gonna sleep. Two level ups. Really? The fuck, guys? Well, I'm just gonna kill you. So yeah, it was. But high school was an interesting time for me. Cause like I want to actually do work, but I actually don't because fuck that. And that mindset has basically carried me through the rest of life. I want to do stuff, but fuck that. I'd much rather, you know, sleep. Like I've been sitting here, it's like I need to record, but I have no energy to record. I need to follow E3. I really didn't follow E3 as well this year as I probably should have. Like I kind of didn't care as much, but oh hey, I forgot these guys come down here. I always forget that shit. Well, let's just go ahead and kill him. Axis, your thoughts on your dad sleeping in school? Axis has no thoughts of me sleeping. Axis would prefer I slept more. Just as long as he could sleep next to me. Like, he's fine with that. He loves that I've been trying to catch up on so many anime series because I just be laying there on the couch and he's like, oh, this is a perfect excuse for me to lay next to Dad and go to sleep. Let's heal and lightning. See, look, he's half asleep now. I'm sitting here talking and he's just like, no, Dad, I'm going to sleep. Could you talk quietly? I also love how the Reptite doesn't get damaged in that, but I do. How does the Reptite not take damage? To being used as a blunt instrument. Alright, you're dead. Rowan's kind of the same way. Rowan's over there asleep. Like, I kind of wish I could pan the camera over to be like, look at my cat sleeping. They're both just sitting here asleep. Do stuff. There you go. It's like, Dad, don't poke me. Look at your angry little ears. Angry ears. Apparently, my voice doing my Let's Plays can put one of my friends to sleep. She says I have a very soothing voice. I have a friend who was really excited when I started doing Let's Plays because she's like, now I can hear your voice whenever I want. It's like, is that a good thing? She's like, you have a nice voice. I'm like, no, I don't. But she's also like, you could totally do like voice acting. No, I could not. I could not do voice acting. Need a cat cam. I've thought about adding a cat cam to my Let's Plays just because there are so many times, especially in some of the older Let's Plays when I had the game room downstairs, where the cat would just be off to the side doing something entertaining. It's like, the sad thing is, like, half the time they just lounge there. Like, they're not that interesting 90% of the time. Like, that 10% of the time, though, they are fucking hilarious. Like, I have a collection of Amazon boxes from things that have been shipped over the last, few months that I need to break down, and it's like a box within a box within a box. So, like, Rowan got in one and then just started chasing his tail in the box, in the box, in the box. And it was hilarious. I'm like, we should record this. And the second we pull a phone out to start recording, he stops. Because they know when we're recording. And they're just like, nope, not gonna let you do that. That's just apparently asking too much. Leap slash Spire. I love Spire. It's a hilarious attack. Joe Mad Folks doing the Darkstalkers ARPG thing was another decent E3 surprise. See, I don't really have much interest in Darksiders. Like, I've played the first game. I haven't played a ton of the first game, but I've played a little bit of it. But like I really was hoping for Battle Chasers 2 information. Alright, how the fuck do I get to you again? I don't remember how I get to you. That's how I get out. Which one takes me... You take me to a fight. Of course you take me to a fight. Alright, we're gonna do that and hit all three of you at once, because fuck you and physics! Yeah, I was really hoping for Battle Chasers 2. I know it's a little early for that, but like the first Battle Chasers game was so good, I loved it so much. Like there were a couple of rough spots that I'm like, you could tweak this out and make it a little bit better, but for the most part, like I still listen to the soundtrack. Like I've beaten the game, gone well past the, like I haven't done any of the New Game Plus stuff. I'm like, I really just want to keep playing. Apparently I want to start coughing.
Ka-chow, what's poppin', fellow weirdos? It's your girl, JG, back at it again with the
fish people?
Well, no.
I'm dealing
with the pixelated people.
Well, what? I mean, I am trying to get that item over there.
Are you?
I am, and I keep
Are
fucking
you
up.
trying, or you just putzing around?
I'm kind of just putzing around at the moment. I'm going to grab my phone so I can figure out where the fuck I'm going, because there's an invisible space that I don't remember where it is.
I haven't watched any of the John Wick movies, and I know I need to remedy that, but I haven't yet because, you know, life and shit.
I mean...
Basically, I go to work because, okay, we all know...
There we go. Right.
Well, maybe you don't know. In case you don't know, I'm disabled. So I go to work, and I come back to the house, and maybe, if I'm lucky, I manage to feed myself. And then I need to sleep. That's... Sheena Easton living the glamorous life right fucking here.
I need to go to C. Where's... There's to C. Okay.
What's up, Cirque? I'm back.
There we go.
Hey, 20 minutes with me is better than 3 hours than you'll get with Putin.
Mmm. Putin.
Yeah.
Alright.
I know what boys want.
Which is not Putin.
Well, I mean, unless you're Donald Trump. I sound like a cat. I sound like a cat. Meow. Meow. Well, actually, that makes me sound more like Gary.
Shenmue 3 surprise timed exclusive thing on the PC. Is it actually timed exclusivity? Because like I've seen some back and forth that it is just going to be on the Epic Store, and that's it.
I'm just gonna be on the Epic Store. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm colorful commentating.
Oh well, shit.
With my sunglasses at night.
So, backstory. Shenmue 3 is a game that got crowdfunded. It's part of a series that is one of the most expensive series to make ever. The first 2 games, for their time, was said to be the most expensive games made, period.
Okay.
As supposed to be a saga of this guy avenging his father's death, but also spending a lot of time playing with kittens and going to an arcade and getting capsule toys.
So...
And driving a forklift.
What I'm hearing is we can successfully develop a video game of my wanting vengeance.
We could. So the game got kickstarted several E3s ago. Like, it was announced at Sony's press conference at E3. We have the Kickstarter that's going live, like, right now. It got funded in a shockingly short amount of time. The game was going to come out on PS4 and PC. For months, by months I mean years at this point, they were saying it was going to be on Steam. And then Epic has been, with the success of Fortnite, they have their own storefront. Mm-hmm. They're like, no, it's going to be an Epic Store exclusive. And people lost their collective shit. Because the Epic Store sucks compared to Steam. Like, it is a shit storefront. It's partially owned by the Chinese government, or by a company that has strong ties to the Chinese government. Might as well
I mean, let's be real. It's like saying something owned by Donald Trump is owned by the Russian government.
Yes. Also, I forgot that the mic was over there the entire time.
Sorry, guys.
So yeah, there's been a lot of people collectively shitting their pants, and when several people went to the company, it's like, we want our Kickstarter pledges returned. Like, we're not offering returns because they're still honoring their promise that it is going to be on PC. And there's a lot of people like, you're playing it on PC. Does it really fucking matter what launcher you use? And a lot of people are like, yes, it does, because reasons. And then a lot of people are like, you're still playing it on PC. Like...
Yeah, but when it comes down to where your money's going to, I feel like that's a...
Yeah,
that's a legit concern.
Well, I mean, your money's already gone to them, is the thing. Like, that's...
Yeah, but you didn't know it was going there until now.
But then there's also the, did your money go there? Or, because, like, the thing is, like, Epic spent a fuck ton of money to make it exclusive to help with the development process. So, like...
Noted, 7.
What's up?
The last one.
The China bit is a bit of a stretch and similar to state. Yeah, like, that's the thing, like... Depending on how you want to phrase things, like, any developer can have... It's the concept of, it's really hard to be an ethical consumer these days, because
it's
so many...
It's impossible to be an ethical consumer.
Yeah, so many companies have their dirty, grubby little hands in so many other things that it's so difficult to be like, yes, I only want my money to go to this company. Like, and I completely get this, because, like, for a really long time, I hated Sega because of their really heavy-handed policies on YouTube. Because Sega of Japan went on a copyright flagging spree, which was completely illegal, and, you know, fucked my channel up. And so, like, I didn't want to give them money. But then Sega bought another company called Atlas, which makes some really good RPGs. Like, my convictions now stand, do I want to support Atlas that makes really good RPGs? But in turn, that's going to be giving money to Sega.
Yeah.
Or do I want to deny Atlas that, because then it would, in fact, deny Sega that, but it would also deny Atlas that and mean they'd be less likely to make. And, like, that's...
I mean, yeah. there is no such thing as ethical consumption under late-stage capitalism. I would argue any stage of capitalism, but especially late-stage capitalism.
So, like, I also have no horse in the race when it comes to Shenmue. Like, it's not a series that I got super into. So really not something that I care one way or another.
I'm planning ways, like, I'm gonna put them back on, but, 8 blah 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 at night.
And, like, I'm also not a huge PC gamer. Like, I lean more toward console gaming. And I've been pissed off at Kickstarters to be like, yeah, we're cutting support for this thing or another. And it's like, yeah, I get it. But, like, as long as I still get to play the game at the end, like, how much do I really care?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and also, like, there's... To continue an ongoing thread from one of my old roommates and my conversation is theory fucks up your life. At the time, it was purely because we couldn't watch a movie without ripping it to shreds. For any number of fucking reasons. I still think it would be fun to host MSTK style watch of Disney movies with just me being the commentator. Because I am not gentle. I do not have a gentle heart. I think that would be really interesting. But yeah, no, Drew and I would sit there and be like, theory just fucks up your life. And in this case, like, ethical consumption of anything, any kind of media, any physical good, any service, is always already tainted.
It is.
Huh. Taint. But it's already tainted.
Well, it's like, I have a Nintendo Switch that was made in China. So, like, if you want to really get to the nuts and bolts of it, like...
I have the courage of my convictions, sir. I promise. Watch me light some shit on fire.
Is that what the vampires said in the 90s? I mean, I stick to my convictions as well as I can. Like...
But also, I'm poor, and I have to live in capitalism.
Yeah, like, that's the thing, is like... I'm not... Like, I hate Chick-fil-A for their convictions. I like the food. Food's tasty.
It's not tasty enough.
But, I mean, well, it's... I'm not going to be like, well, if there's literally nothing else to eat... if I am starving and the only option I have is Chick-fil-A, yeah, I'll eat Chick-fil-A, because if it's the only option I've got, it's the only option I've got. And that's not the hill I'm going to die on. Because...
The hill I'm gonna die on is the fact that that's the only fucking thing I have to eat. Why are you starving me, you motherfuckers?
That's... Now, see, I would eat the Chick-fil-A, and then I would go on a rampage of why the fuck is there no other food?
Terms of enrampagement. I'm just saying, watch out for my feature film. It will be a documentary, and I'm about to lose it on a shit ton of motherfuckers.
Another Reddit post that I saw today was a guy was taking his 8-year-old kid to SeaWorld, and they were leaving, and the kid was like, when do the orcas get to go home? And I was like, explain the harsh truth to the kid that the orcas don't get to go home. And at which point the kid starts screaming at all the staff that he will not leave Florida until every animal in this park is freed.
I mean...
That kid knows what hill he's gonna die on.
I mean, to be fair, I had a lot more clarity about the hills I would die on as a child than I do now.
Well, it's because...
I'm pretty clear now.
Like...
But I was clear as a child, which should let you know what a pain in the ass it was to raise me. Thank you very much, Mom.
Part of the problem is the notion of consumption wholesale, enthusiast, greater than consumer always. Means you're dead on Sundays. Yeah, I am dead on Sundays.
There's
So,
a difference
something similar.
between consuming while being critical and just consuming.
Yeah, there's a difference between being a blind consumer and being critical of... It's like... I will know, like, if I have a choice between Taco Bell and Chick-fil-A, I'm going to choose Taco Bell because Taco Bell's not, you know, actively going, you people are lesser than me because my invisible Sky Daddy tells me so.
I mean, who doesn't want a spanking from the invisible Sky Daddy, though? Like, Chick-fil-A people are just missing out. I don't like spankings.
What?
So you would take...
What the fuck?
That's what I was going for, and I win! Ladies and gentlefolk, I win. Spankings from the invisible Sky Daddy.
Harder Daddy, what?
So there was,
No.
No. While I was still in high school, this kid might have been in middle school. I don't fucking know. Comedy Central had an out stand-up, whatever, and this one dude is talking, and he is very aware of the fact that he's not a twink, but he's a pretty lean blonde guy. And he's talking about going to a leather bar and feeling like Shirley Temple. Would you be my daddy? And that crosses my mind about once every 6 days or so. And the fact that it doesn't just fly out of my mouth sans context is a miracle. Would you be my daddy?
Well, it's like... Again, with Luth and his kids. The fact that...
And now you're gonna make me feel like a perv. Go ahead.
Well,
that's fine.
When Luth took Lucas to Walmart once, and Lucas is sitting in the cart and just kind of leans over and is like, how you doing? Like, some random guy, like, just starts... Hey there, good looking. Or start singing...
What's up, hot stuff?
Start singing Cocaine.
No, I'm sorry. That is an Eric Clapton classic, and you cannot fucking diss on it, ever. I've never done cocaine in my life. Ever.
Having a
and
kid-
I was jamming out to it when I was his age.
He's not he just starts screaming cocaine.
Because he had been jamming out to it previously.
He knows none of the other... He goes, da-da, 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 cocaine!
It's a fucking classic. The only thing I have to say about that song is anyone who wants to be like, rap music is poisoning these youths, I can look back
And
to
yell,
before I was born and go,
cocaine.
but really though?
What's the... It's like... Something Killer Mike from Outkast said, many people in the U.S. lack the ability to be self-sustaining. Blind notion. Holy shit! There's a long. MarauderEX has stopped working. I have. Like, how many people can hunt fish, grow crops, start fire, purify water? I can do most of those things. I would prefer not to.
To do what things?
Hunt fish, grow crops, start a fire, purify water. Culture has created dependency for basic.
I don't love fishing. Otherwise, I'm on board. Let's do the thing.
See, I can hunt. I don't really care about fishing. Fishing's really boring to me. It numbs my mind too much. It's the game cleaning.
I don't love it. I can do it. I don't love it.
I can do it. I hate doing it though. Like, especially fish. I hate fucking scaling.
I hate scaling fish so much.
Yeah.
So like.
But starting a fire, purifying water,
like
those
my
are things.
soul hates it.
Those are things that I was doing as a kid because I just wanted to see if I could. Like, I'm sitting there in my backyard, seeing if I can make a fire, and suddenly I'm making a fire, and my dad's like, okay, A, congratulations, B, don't do that again next to the house.
Do you know how many unofficial company things I got invited to? Because I was the one in the group who knew how to reliably start a fire. Without pouring mountains of fucking lighter fluid on it.
If you have a backyard, you can grow vegetation. You can grow some vegetation. It's all going to be dependent on where you live. Because, like, I can grow some things here, but our climate and our continual...
Well, and my mental health. That's been because I was planning on gardening a lot, and then, Okie dokie left us, and I couldn't maintain my plants because of the depressive episode I was in. So I'm glad that our diet isn't reliant on the vegetables I grow. Right meow. It might be later, so we need to come up with a game plan for that back there. Just next year, maybe. Plan ahead. Get it done. Maybe some terraces. We can do a little step terrace.
Provided the apocalypse doesn't happen, I'm game for just about anything.
The likelihood of it happening right now, when we've been begging for it for years, is pretty low.
Giant meteor 2020. In hindsight...
I mean, I was advocating for that in 2018. Or 2016, even.
So, it is 9. So, it is time to end the stream, which is... we've just been sitting on the save screen for a while, because I didn't have time to start the boss fight again. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in to this wholly uplifting show of where we're talking about late-stage capitalism.
I wear my sunglasses at night, so I can see. Sorry. I just, now you've laughed a little, and that helped. I'm very helpful. Shut up. I am legitimately trying to be helpful, and you're being goofy.
The dude from My Hero Academia who has lightning powers, who once he uses too much of it and he gets kind of derpy, just every time
We've actually told each other goodnight a couple of times as we're each heading to our bedrooms, like...
Just the derpiest loud. I can't stop. Just like...
Yep, that's my roommate, folks. Don't you envy me every day.
Hey, I will have you know that I have dozens of people laughing at me on the internet daily. Not laughing with me, but laughing.
I have tens of people laughing at me on Facebook. So there. I'm unpopular. I can't even take myself seriously. I don't know why you all put up with me.
Have you seen the shit that I put on my channel?
Yes. As a matter of fact.
I ate videos of me eating cereal.
You ate videos of you eating cereal?
Did I say that? Is that what I said? Fuck. Okay. It's time to go.
And I'm the one who's been drinking.
Good night, everybody.
It's been a week, folks.
Be sure to tip your waitress.
Hey, you know what, DB? You're a dork too. You willingly tuned in.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say, like, I love you all of my viewers, all my viewers. I love you all, like, so much. You guys are great. But, like...
Also, you like it. Hang on, that wasn't awkward enough. You like it.
Awkward wink. If he were an ice cream flavor, he'd be praline
and dick.
I'm gonna end this stream now. I thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you. Maybe I'll order an animal mask and we'll have fucking shenanigans, possibly for
Next.
Patreon.
Yeah, Go subscribe to Patreon. Just
I mean,
throw a buck at me, and pretend I'm a stripper and put it in the G-string.
You gotta leave a few bucks on the dresser. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm giving out my animal mask for free. No shame to sex workers. Sex workers are the shit. Good job, Lit.
But however, you need to put some dollars on the dresser for the animal mask.
Shit. Like,
for the no, Jess, I'm a troll.
I missed it.
Remember that time that you wanted to play Madden with me on my birthday?
I will punch you in the penis with no compunction whatsoever.
Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge Farm will remember me punching you in the penis with no compunction whatsoever. There it is, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Love you bunches. See you later. Mwah.